What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar lesson for Never Enough from the Greatest Showman Soundtrack. If you like this video and it helps you out, hit that subscribe button and let me know what other songs from the Greatest Showman that you want to learn on guitar. The first thing you want to know for Never Enough is that we're going to have a capo on 1st fret. The next thing you need to know for Never Enough is the 5 chords we need to play this song. The first one is G, the next one is D, the next one is E minor, the next one is C, and the last one is A minor. I'll have chord charts for all of those in the comments below for those of you who need them. So before we get started guys, I want to note that this whole entire song is a build. So keep that in mind while you're playing this. We're going to start really small, really light picking, and then what we're going to progress into by the end of the song is some really big heavy strumming. Just keep that in mind because that really makes the song. So like I said guys, we're going to start with some picking. For our verse, our chords are going to be G, D, E minor, and then we're going to have a second little progression that's going to be C, G, and D, and we're just going to alternate between those 2 3-chord progressions for the verse. Now what I'm doing here for this picking is I'm just picking straight down from the top of the chord. You can finger pick this or you can play with a pick. Either way, it's up to you, but all I'm doing is just picking down. Just as an example. So no need to overcomplicate that guys, just pick straight down from the chord, from the top of the chord, whatever the lowest note of that chord might be, and then just alternate between those 2 progressions. When you put all that together, it should look something like this. From there guys, we're in a pre-chorus. Pre-chorus chord progression is going to be E minor, C, G, and D. And for this, you can either stay in picking, which is like what I like to do, same thing, we're just picking straight down from the chord, from the top of the chord, or you can go to single down strums. Either way is fine, but I'm going to show picking because I like to play that way a little bit better. When you put our picking pattern with that chord progression, it should look something like this. From there guys, we're into chorus, and chorus is pretty much the rest of the song, but we're going to kind of have 2 little progressions that we're going to alternate between. So the first one we're going to have is G, D, A minor, E minor, and C. And on that A minor and that E minor, we're going to stay on that for half a measure. So for each one of those, for example, we're going to stay on the G, D, and C for a full 4 count. For the A minor and E minor, we're going to stay on for 2. So for our picking and strumming in this, again, this is a build. We want to get it a little bit bigger. The way I've been liking to play this is to do single down strums for each one of those chords. And like I said, the A minor and the E minor, you're going to get away from those a little bit quicker than all the other chords. But again, you can kind of stick with picking in the song. It actually kind of sticks with that little soft piano part, but again, this song is a really big build, so for guitar, I think it sounds a little bit better to go ahead and go down to those single down strums, but that's entirely up to you. So I'm going to show with that single down strums, it'll look about like this. Now, this is the first part of the song that actually repeats a couple different places, so what we're going to do for that, for the bigger strum pattern, is for each one of those chords, same progression, G, D, A minor, E minor, C, what we're going to have for that when it gets bigger and builds is going to be a down, down, up for each chord 4 times. But remember, on that A minor and E minor, we're going to do that twice instead because it's a half measure. So for G, D, and C, that's 4 times through down, down, up. For A minor and E minor, that's twice through down, down, up. So with that strumming pattern, our chord progression there will look about like this. And guys, the last piece of our Never Enough puzzle that we need is the second part of this chorus. It's basically where she really goes through and extends on those never enough. She sings never enough over and over again. That's what we're looking at. That's kind of the second half of this chorus. Again, it's the only other part of the song that really repeats a couple of times because of that build. So our chord progression for that is going to be G, D, E minor, and C. And that strum pattern is going to be the same thing there. We're going to have down, down, up 4 times for each one of those chords, except for in this one, we're not going to play a half measure on that E minor. All of them are 4 times through down, down, up. Every single one of those chords is going to be played the same. So guys, when you play through that second part of the chorus, it should look about like this. And guys, that's everything that you need to know to play Never Enough on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helps you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 450 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there could not be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you have any requests, I do 2 of those from the comments every single week, but I get a ton. So if you want to guarantee that I'll get to your song request, hit up my Patreon, links in the description. Guys, I love The Greatest Showman. It's an awesome movie. The soundtrack is incredible. I've done a couple other guitar lessons from the soundtrack, so I'll link those in the description below, but this is just an awesome song. This is probably, this one and Rewrite the Stars are probably my 2 favorites on the album, and they're both awesome. I probably couldn't pick one, but these are both my favorites, and I've got a couple others that I really like that I've done guitar lessons on as well, like I said in the description below. So guys, I hope you have a blast playing Never Enough. It's a beautiful song. Like I said, when you're playing this, keep in mind that the whole entire song is a build, so you want to start really small, really mellow with some of that picking stuff, and then towards the end, you want to get as big as possible. So I hope you have a lot of fun playing this. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see y'all soon.